Kuwait has issued a rare radiation advisory amid growing fears of nuclear contamination. Kuwait's National Guard issued a video message cautioning residents about radiation exposure a day after Iran's Bushehr power plant was attacked. While stressing that people need not panic, it advised them to remain indoors, avoid unnecessary movement outside, and keep all windows and doors sealed in case of any radiation leaks. Now, why is this particularly significant? The Bushehr nuclear power plant is Iran's first and only operational nuclear power facility. Reportedly, it is located nearly 240 kilometers away from Kuwait, making it the closest nuclear reactor near the country. However, Kuwait's National Guard stressing that most radioactive material would fade away before reaching Kuwait's borders if there is a leak from the Bushehr plant. And on Tuesday, a projectile hit the premises of the Bushehr nuclear power plant. Remember, Russia, which operates the facility, claimed that the plant's pumping station came under attack, while around 300 staff members remained on the site. At least 163 others have been evacuated to Russia, reportedly.
The pumping station is not just any facility. It is a critical safety element of the nuclear power plant. Water supply is a key safety factor for any energy facility, especially a nuclear one. This is a signal that the red lines are shifting and that real safety risks are now emerging.
Now, this is not the first such occasion that the attack has taken place there. On the 17th of March, the International Atomic Energy Agency confirmed that a structure located 350 meters from the Bushehr plant was hit and destroyed. And in the initial days of the war, 2 buildings close to the Isfahan nuclear site were damaged in Israeli-US strikes. The entrance of the underground Natanz fuel enrichment plant also suffered damage. The situation escalated on the 21st of March when Iran accused the US and Israel of launching an attack on the Natanz facility. While no radioactive leaks occurred, retaliatory action followed. And on the very same day, Iranian missiles managed to breach Israel's air defense systems and struck Dimona, which is believed to host a nuclear facility, reportedly. At least 64 people were injured in this attack. The seriousness of the situation is also resonating globally. Earlier this week itself, the WHO chief flagged an escalating threat to public health and environmental safety. He stressed that the war has reached a perilous stage. In fact, the UN High Commissioner for Human Rights also has warned of an unmitigated catastrophe, quote unquote.
Recent missile strikes near nuclear sites in both Israel and Iran underscore the immense danger of further escalation. States are flirting with unmitigated catastrophe.
Pakistan's closeness to Bangladesh has grown manifold since 2024, when Sheikh Hasina was ousted from power. And 2 years on, a newly elected government in Dhaka is once again turning the clock back, as it marked the anniversary of Operation Searchlight as Genocide Day. Bangladesh Prime Minister recalled the atrocities committed by Pakistan. He said, I'm quoting, Pakistani occupation forces carried out one of the most heinous genocides in history against unarmed people of Bangladesh. On this day, 55 years ago, the Pakistani army massacred several teachers, intellectuals, civilians at various places, including Dhaka University. And this marked the formal start of the Liberation War, which ended with Pakistan's humiliating defeat in December 1971. As per reports, millions of people died because of Pakistan's atrocities. Paying tribute to the martyrs, Rahman stressed on the importance of conveying the significance of this genocide to future generations. To commemorate this day, 1-minute symbolic blackout was conducted. Additionally, educational institutions organized discussions on the genocide and liberation war. If we look at the tenure of the Muhammad Yunus-led interim government there, Bangladesh and Pakistan boosted their ties like never before in a way, especially, in fact, in February 2025, both countries resumed direct trade for the first time since 1971. High-level military interactions between the two sides resumed. Additionally, Pakistan's Deputy Prime Minister and Foreign Minister completed a 2-day Dhaka visit last year. Also, direct flights between the two countries have resumed. Rahman's direct attack on Pakistan also assuming significance given the BNP's own track record. During its earlier stint in power from 2001 to 2006, the late Bangladeshi Prime Minister Khaleda Zia was perceived to have a favorable policy towards Pakistan. During this period, concerns were raised over growing activities of anti-India outfits on Bangladeshi soil. That's not all. In a clear sign of overture towards India, Bangladesh thanked New Delhi for its pivotal role in the liberation war.
Citizen of Bangladesh and someone who believes in 1971 and our freedom, of course, the help that India extended towards us, we will appreciate it always.
In fact, the BNP Supremo's remarks are also a sign of Bangladesh's changing political landscape. In the recently concluded general election, remember, the right-wing Jamaat-e-Islami made major inroads by winning its highest ever tally of 68 seats. On the campaign trail, BNP was at loggerheads with Jamaat for its nefarious role in 1971. This was seen as BNP's attempt to try and occupy the centrist space traditionally occupied by the banned Awami League. And only time will tell whether Rahman's anti-Pakistan stance will actually translate into a more substantial pro-India pivot. To stay up to speed with the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.